Hi friend, come in, sit down. Let's spend some time together today. I only have a teeny tiny little plan for today, and that is I am very behind on, well, I'm not really behind. Okay, I hate timing like that. I am slow at putting my Friffle Hunt for August stuff in here. So we're gonna update it today with this pile over here that I have collected and saved. It's not all of them, but it's a start. Well, it's more than a start, but anyway. So before I start gluing things, I'm going to light my candle. My very, if you can tell it, my very chopped up candle, because I tried to cut the extra wax off of it since it's been slowly dying from when I knocked it over a few videos ago. It's been melting in a very wonky fashion, so we tried to cut the edge, like the lip around it, off so that it would be even again. So we'll see how that works today. So I'm just going to start grabbing random things from this pile over here. And I did save one that I've been waiting to actually look at with you, because I'm not sure what I'm going to cut out of it, but it was a really cool thing to find. So let's just grab my top thing over here. This is just a blue piece of paper. I am using this because I like to do random weird things. I am using this for something rescued from the recycling bin, because this is from my HP Sprocket, the little tiny printer. I printed out some stuff, well, two things that you're going to see in a little bit, but it ran out of paper. So this is like the little feeder piece when you refill it. This is the part that comes out. So instead of recycling it, we are going to put it in here. And I'm just going to glue these in like randomy spots, just like last month. If you're following along with the Friffle Hunt this month with me, how is yours coming out? Have you made more progress than I did so far? Oh, I lit the candle, but I forgot. Okay, pause this if you need to go get a drink, because we all need our hydration. I have mine over here. I don't know if you can hear the ice, but it's just ice water. But hydration is important, so go fetch yours if you need to. And if you paused it and you're just coming back, hi! Thanks for coming back. We're just gonna stick this up here, because why not? Okay, I have one that's a very big one, and I need to cut it. This was for something harvestable. Oh, wait a minute. I am so out of practice. I forgot to cross off what I did. That blue one was something from the recycle bin. Like half of my friffles here have literally been pulled out of a recycle bin. So, you know, I could have picked like anything, but I went with that because it's a pretty color. Like this, for example, came out of a magazine that I pulled out of a recycle bin. Let's see. I wanted to use this for something harvested, and I think I'm going to cut it like right here by this corn cob and then go over, so it's got this like funky shape to it. I think that's what we're going to do. I'm not being precise with it. I'm just kind of winging it here. Now I don't like this like pokey edge right here, so we're just gonna trim that roundy. There. And I wanted to put this here, but I'm gonna corner chomp it first. I'm gonna try to corner chomp it first. My corner chomper has been annoying lately, and it also doesn't like magazine paper. So we're gonna see if we can corner chomp it. Oh, look at that. That was relatively painless. this to go here. There we go. I'm going to try zooming you in just a teensy so you can see my journal just a little bit better. And we're going to move this up a little without catching anything on fire. There, ta-da. Okay, now this is still a pretty big piece that I might be able to use for something else, like a collage or something, so we're going to put that away. Which, in case you're interested, if you see this video, that's what we're going to be doing in the next video. I say we, I mean, I don't know what you're going to be doing, but I am going to be making collages. I'm not sure how many we're going to get through, but I'm making 8" by 8" collages. Actually, I'll show you real quick. I'm going to do like collages representative with, yeah, I said that wrong. Collages using friffles that represent what each of my Pinterest boards is about. Then I'm going to take pictures of them and put them on Pinterest so that I can use them as board covers. And I've printed out these little tags that are going to go on each one just as a decoration with the board names on them for my Pinterest boards. So that's going to be next video's project to work on. I don't know how many we'll get through, but it'll be fun anyway. Let's see. It's almost like putting a puzzle together. Not sure what I want where and how. I guess let's do some of these bigger ones. Okay. Oh, I gotta mark this off. And I'm gonna use green just because most everything on here is green. I don't have a whole lot of colors for glitter markers, which is what I've been using over here. So we're just winging it. That was something harvested. Okay. Was that something harvested? Yes. Yes, because I had originally taken this picture out of a magazine, which also came from the recycle bin. That was grapes, and it was, I think it was like National Geographic or something. I don't remember, but I think it was. And it was a story, and it showed like a vineyard behind this guy that was holding the basket and whatever. And I cut the little basket out. So it's harvested grapes, but I also needed something for a fruit. So I used this for something harvested, and now we're going to use this for a fruit. And I think we're actually going to like put this up here and cover up some of that blue just because there's not a whole lot of room to work with for 25 friffles. There we go. I'm going to use this yellow to represent the basket. And that was a fruit. Now, we're going to paste this in. Things are going to have to like go over top of other things, but this was for something plaid. These are scarves, women's scarves. They came out of a clothing catalog, which also came from the recycle bin. I normally don't cut up clothing catalogs. I started to, but clothing got really boring for me. So I don't do that anymore. But this one had a really pretty picture of yarn on the front. And I wanted the picture of yarn. So we rescued it from the recycle bin, took the picture of yarn off the front, took this out of it to look for something plaid, and then the rest of it's going back to the recycle bin. So we're just gonna maybe put this like this. And we're gonna use purple. If I have a purple, I do. For this like purple in this plaid one over here. Something plaid. Come on, marker. I know you want to be pretty and glittery. There we go. Let's see. We'll do this one next. This is a piece from a security envelope. We have a friffle on here called a security envelope pattern. And I think I'm going to actually cut this down a little and just like place it here. If I can remember what I did with my scissors. I think we're going to do it like, I don't know, 1/2 inch maybe. Oh, it's got a darker one on the other side. I didn't even see that. I think I want the darker one because, see, you got that or that. Light or dark. I don't think you're actually like zooming in on this, but hopefully you can see the color difference. And this was toast, so we can get this one out. We're just going to put this as a strip down the side. Like that. Ta-da! Okay. Let's see. I needed, we're going to do black for that one. For the pattern. That was a security envelope pattern. Then I'm going to put this one in there because it's not one of my favorites. It's, I did this one for something with tiny flowers. But I think I'm going to cut it down a little just so it doesn't take up so much room and you still get the idea of what it is. It's like a pretty vase with some pretty flowers. Now, ta-da! I think we might put that up there. Oh no. Okay. There is no way this is dead already, is it? No, it's just being dumb. I think I jammed it. And my finger is too fluffy to get in there. Oh, it's broken. Something caught. Ah. Ooh, ow, that's sticky. So why is this being dumb? Oh, I think I know what happened. Oh, this one's sure is sticky. Ah, you know what? Okay, that one's just gonna go over there in the trash. We'll get a new one because I do not have the patience to fight with that. One moment. Actually, it's technically not about patience. It's about it not working. So here's a new one, and I think you just slide them in, if I remember correctly. Okay, let's try this. And in case I edited it out or speed it up, I'm just coming back after having to replace the tape in this because I somehow jammed the other cartridge so bad that it took me way too many minutes to try to fix. And then I ended up just having to get a new one anyway. So there's that. You know what? I think I'm going to move this for a second. I'll stick you up there by the camera. We're going to move this down like this. Like that. There. Tiny flowers. And I'm going to use this weird dark color. It doesn't really match, but it reminds me of that darky shades. That was for something with, oops, spilled glitter marker. I'll have to wait for that to dry before I close the page. Something with tiny flowers. Okay, let's see here. Okay, no, I want to put that one in last because it's so tiny. Let's see here. We're going to add this one, okay? Call me crazy. There was one on here that said a tree. Now, I could have just done a tree sticker or a picture of a tree. But, hear me out. What about a little tree branch that looks like a little tree? Okay, I found this outside on the ground. And it'll probably, like, it's not dried properly, so it'll probably turn awful colors later. But that's okay. I don't care. It's the fun of creating, so. Ta-da! It's a little tree. I didn't consider how I was going to actually glue this in, though. That probably would have been a good idea to figure out first. I think, and this could either be good or bad, I'm going to attempt to glue the back of it with my glue stick that I don't like. If you saw this glue stick when I used it for the first time, I think it was the first time. Don't quote me on that. I don't remember. Lack of sleep gives me a terrible memory. But I think I used it for the first time on the last video when I did the nature page, I think, or started the nature page. It's an Aleene's, which I love their other glue, but this one was industrial strength glue stick, permanent. It was made for like hardcore stuff, which sounded really great. Doesn't say acid free, so I assume it's not because of what it is, but you can see here it's like bright orange, and what I didn't realize was that bright orange does not dry clear. So next to one of my feathers on the nature page is a ton of orange from where I went over with the glue stick. Oh no, I ripped part of the leaf. It's okay. It's all gonna be okay. Just have to be a little gentler. Now I'm gonna attempt to glue the stick part. I will say though that this glue does really hold. So, you know, there's that. Okay. I forgot to determine where I wanted it. I'm thinking right here. Because why not? And if I keep thinking, I'm going to be here all night thinking. So we're going to go with right here. Right down the middle. Okay. And now I'm going to fold this over so I don't get glue everywhere. And I'm going to use this to kind of like pat it down. Because if not, I'm going to glue my hands. And then that would be hilarious on video. But a sticky disaster in real life. So hopefully this works. We're gonna assume that it is. How's that? There, now I have a tree. Can't really see the tree. It's really bad placement, but I don't care. I have a tree in my journal, and that's the coolest thing ever. And we're gonna do a dark green for the tree. Let's do the sea turtle. A little sea turtle that I colored from a coloring book for the something green. I think there was a something green. Yeah, right there, something green. So I got a little sea turtle. And we're gonna place him right here. That looks good. And of course he's green, so he needs a green marker. Okay, now we're gonna do this, which is a price. It's a price, and then underneath it, it says, well, it says $2.99 in case you can't see it. It's pretty tiny. Then underneath it, it says fall of 2026. And we're using this for a number because it's a number. It's lots of numbers, technically. And we're gonna place that right here by my tree and my butterfly. And yeah, oh, I keep forgetting to mark them off. We're gonna use orange for that one. I lost a number. Oh, there it is. Now this could have also been used as a number, but it's a barcode, UPC barcode. So we're gonna use that for the barcode. And we're gonna place that right here. What are you working on today? That sounds nice. Yeah, we're gonna do the prompt, if that's what you want to call it, for the Friffle Hunt was, how's it worded exactly? A drink label. Technically, you can't pull a label off a Mountain Dew can, technically. So I'm just gonna go with this picture of Mountain Dew cans. It's just a teeny tiny little one I cut out of a magazine. I'll put this underneath the stick, like that. The stick's not staying. That's okay. Yep, I gotta put that in there. I'm gonna do this like creamy color, sort of. It's a yellow creamy color because it was cream soda, Mountain Dew, whatever. I just saw it. Oh, there it is. Now a turkey, okay? It's fall-ish, kinda, and I saw a wild turkey. Well, I saw a couple of wild turkeys a few days ago while we were driving. So I thought this would be cute to add in, and it's in a circle, so we're gonna call it the circle, a circle. It's just a friffle. I already had this cut a long time ago, but that's what I'm using for a circle. Now this is side note, what I love about the Friffle hunts is that, sure, there's prompts, but you can interpret them any way you want. So everybody's hunt is going to look completely different. And I can't wait to see if you post yours on Instagram. Make sure you tag me so that we can see each other's Friffle hunt at the end of the month. I think I'm going to do brown for that, for the turkey. Well, the circle turkey, or the turkey circle. I guess I'll add this one next. It's a rock. It's kind of flat. It's kind of thin. It's a little thicker than I would have liked, but I used all my other tiny rocks on the nature page. So this is the only one I have left, and it's only left because it's a little fatter than what I wanted to put in a journal. But it's not, too terrible, and so I really wanted this for the something found outside. I'm almost tempted to use the glue stick. Nah, we're gonna just use the liquid alines. And we're gonna put the tiny rock here. Do I have a gray I can use for that? I do. It's kind of like a silver, but we're gonna go with it. Yeah, 5 more so far. This one I think I'm going to cut down, but it's just the packaging to that sprocket refill I told you about, where I tore it open, and I was like, hey, that could go for a torn edge. So that's what we're doing with this. And I think I'm going to cut it like right here and just have that one. If I can do it without cutting it, ruining it. There. I think I'll just take the edge. And I might place that like right here. Yeah, we'll do it. That's what we're going to do. Don't know if I can get this to stick to it, but we're going to try it and see. There. Good enough. Now, we're going to leave that one till last because that's my favorite one of all. We're going to place this one on here. This one is for a dragonfly. Now, you probably can't see that picture very well. I'll try to zoom you in. It won't. Forget it. Point is, it's a picture. I'll put it here, so hopefully you can see it. It is a dragonfly right there, and technically this photo was taken of a dragonfly that landed on my shirt when we were out four-wheeling one day, and the dragonfly, you couldn't really see him very well in the picture that my husband took, so I gave the photo to Echo, my ChatGPT, and asked it to take it and make something pretty out of it. So you can see my blue shirt in the background, and then it like lightened up the dragonfly so you could actually see it better. And then it technically put a little saying on the side that says, nature is not a place to visit, it is home. And it put some like little decorations around it, but That's what we're using for Dragonfly. And I get that it's kind of big, and I also don't care. So, meh. And I'm not cutting it because I like the whole thing. And we're just going to place it over top of my tree and hope for the best. That's what we're going to do. Like that. There. Ta-da. Okay. And now this is the other thing I printed on the sprocket. Just a picture printout in really bad colors because it's just a tiny sprocket that printed it, but it's a picture of these little color palette pictures that I'm creating for Pinterest. I'm using royalty-free images from Pixabay, and then I'm adding little swatches for color palette from the picture, and then I put 3 little kind of like vibe or mood words that go with it. So like this one, it's a flower. In case you can't see, it's a flower with a bee on it. So I'm using this for a bee prompt, and then I have my pretty colors over here, which are prettier on the screen, not being printed on a sprocket, but that's okay. And then the mood words were vibrant, curious, and free, and it was really cute, and it's something that I did recently, and it's a bee, so we're going with that. If I can get the sticker off. The sticker backing. I'm just going to sit here and struggle with this. Ah, there we go. And now where to put it? I think I might put it like... I might put it right smack in the middle. You can still see the veggies around it. Yeah, let's do that. We're just going to do that because I've run out of room very quickly this month. Okay, I have 2 more left, and then I will let you go home if you'd like to. Don't worry though, I'll be back, and you can come back anytime. This I picked up for funsies off the recycle, but I'm using it for something older than I expected. And ta-da, it's a very old magazine. Let me zoom you out a little. Oh, it is that way. It's a very old magazine. Now, I knew it was old. I just didn't know how old. I picked up 2 of them that I saw on the recycle. One was Better Homes and Gardens, which surprised the heck out of me because it was from 60s, I believe. And that was cool. And then this one, I've never seen this magazine before. I'm assuming they don't make it anymore. I have no idea. I have no idea who the people are in here. No clue what the magazine is for. Nothing. But it looked really old, and I thought it might have some really cool things to cut out for Friffles. I haven't actually looked in it for Friffles, so not entirely sure. But I'm thinking I might cut out this little spot right here. TV radio mirror. And we're back for try number 3. Oh my goodness. And at this point, I don't even remember what the last thing I said was. I have no idea. But to recap, because I don't remember, this magazine pulled out of the recycle. I'm using it for the something older than you expected. I think, I'll tell you in a moment, I'm going to cut out this little TV radio mirror spot right here, I believe. But I picked it up, thought it was cool. It said October on the front, couldn't find a year. Later, when I got home, I went and looked it up. Oh, it actually says it on the side, but it's destroyed, you can't see it. But anyway, on the inside here, page number 2, I think. Yep, it is volume number 52, number 5, whatever that's supposed to mean in their world. Anyway, it's from October 1959. 59! It's older than my parents. No offense to my parents. But I thought it was cool. I thought it was pretty cool. It's like, it's not color or anything. It's all black and white. And yeah, I don't know. It's just, it's not all black and white. It's all black and white except for the front and back covers, because that's got color. Oh, that's a pretty picture. I might have to do something with that too. Yep, and the front's got color. I lie. It's mostly black and white. Anyway, I thought that was cool. So, you know, if you're somebody that's into antiques and whatever, you're probably going to want to cry for what I'm about to do, but my apologies. Okay, I'm not even into antiques and I want to cry for chopping this up. But that's okay. It's a cool friffle. And it was going to be recycled, so I gotta remember that. And I think we're gonna cut this at an angle, I think. Like that. And then at another angle like that. Ta-da! Just to be different. I'm gonna cut the edge off. There. Ta-da! Now I don't know where to put this, so we're gonna probably put it. You know what? I'm gonna see if I can move this. I'm gonna see if I can move the campfire. I might have to re-glue it, but I'm gonna see if we can move this sticker. Oh, it did. So we're gonna put that up here like that. There we go. And then we're going to put this down here like that. So yeah, this was something that was older than I expected. Really and truly. I've you know, I can't say I thought anything specific because I didn't. Oh no! Oh no, the glue half like stuck, the glue kind of stuck to the pages. It like ripped up pages, paper, whatever. See? Oh, you know what? The heck with it. It's got enough stickies to do it. That's interesting. That's an interesting thing to happen. You can't see it, but the glue, instead of sticking to it, it just basically peeled back a layer off the magazine paper. That's interesting. Okay, anyway, I'm going to put this down here like that. And then we're going to do a red marker. Oh no, I don't have a red marker. How do I not have a red? I do not have a red glitter marker. I have like dark pink, but I do not have a red. Either that or I put it away wrong somewhere. Well, I guess they don't all have to be glitter because I really want a red marker for this one. So something older than you expected. Boink. Oh, I almost like using these markers better. Just so that you can see it. Look, it's like stands out more. Didn't go through, so we're good. Okay. And then lastly for today. Lastly, that is a word. Yeah, okay. I'm going to just pick up my mess a little here. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Before we go on to the last one, I realized that I didn't mark off a bee. So we'll do that in yellow for a bumblebee. I forgot to mark off a dragonfly, and we're going to do that in blue because this is really dark blue here, but I was wearing a bright blue shirt in that picture. So we'll do that. And then I did not mark off a torn edge, and that is silver. So we're going to just use this gray. Where did I do that? Oh, right there. Woohoo. Okay, good enough. And then that's all of them. Okay, so now this is my favorite friffle so far today, probably. I got a leaf. I have one for the leaf right here. Okay, I'm gonna have to hold this up to the camera because it's, oh no, I broke the stem off of it. Okay, I had to be very careful because I broke the stem off of it apparently. But look at this itty bitty tiny leaf. It's so little and tiny. Look at it. Oh my goodness. It fell on me when I was sitting outside yesterday, or whatever day it was, within the last couple of days anyway. I had a different leaf. Actually, I'm going to get the other different leaf real quick, because I had this leaf fall on me first. And this leaf has got gorgeous colors to it. So this is going to go on my nature page later. But this leaf fell on me. Let's see if I can zoom you in here. And then this leaf fell on me. And I thought this leaf was tiny. And then that one fell. And look how tiny it is. Okay. Okay. I'm done freaking out over a leaf. But, you know, for now. I'll probably freak out every time I see it. But that's okay. Oh, no, I lost it. Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm going to glue it up here on this like blue thingy. That way you can see it. And I'm just going to use a tiny dash of this little Aleene's glue pen and hope that works. Like that. And we're going to put that up here with my rock. There. How cool is that? Let's see if I can push this up a little and zoom you in just a little so that you can see where we're at so far. I'm going to show you here. This is what we're looking at so far. And there. And now, oh, what's today? I think today's like the 22nd, maybe 21st, 22nd. So I got like 8 or 9 days, whatever it is, left to finish this. And I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, see, I just did it again. I forgot to mark off leaf. We're going to use this orangey color for it. I'm just not there today. Ta-da! Okay, that part's done for today. I think I've taken enough of your time. I hope your project came out really well. I will catch you next time. And don't forget to go get your drink. Bye!